All right, folks, you know what that song means. It's Top Gun time, and this is the Jopra Show. It's August 2nd, and, man, I am jacked up because you know why. The Fab Five are in the air, and they are rolling through the city. The Blue Angels are in the house, folks. We got to give them shots out. How is everybody in Seattle? This is Joe Janot live on the Jopra Show at 1150 KKNW, and I hope you all had a good week. We got a big show today, folks. We are going to get physical. I brought a big dog in from the restaurant world, and I found a little lady who has this little boutique on Lower Queen Anne that we're going to do a little sugaring with here about it. But first off and foremost, got to give quick shots off to my main man, Eric Ryder. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, good afternoon, Joe. Doing well.
You know, Eric, I love this time of year. It is Seafair weekend.
It's gorgeous.
It's log boom time, beer drinking, people out wearing bikinis or nothing at all. But the best part about it, man, I love the Blue Angels. They are up rocking my house today. And it's just, it's electrifying. I see the big military boats out there. But the best thing I love on this day, this weekend outside the Blue Angels, the Fat Albert. I love that big plane, that C-130. That's my buddy. I don't know why. I just love big planes. I love big planes. But today, folks, on the Jopra Show, we're very, very lucky to get going today. We're going to move fast because I got the kingpin of all restaurants in the town, Mr. Restaurateur himself, my main man. He owns Anchovy and Olives. He owns Tavolata. He's got Ballard Pizza. He's got a spot down at Safeco Field. He's about to open a new spot up on Capitol Hill. He's got a little pizza joint. What more can this guy keep doing? But we're proud to have in the house today my man Ethan Stoll from Ethan Stoll Restaurants. How you doing, Ethan? What's happening, my man?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, folks. I'm doing good. Ethan's going to be in the house today, folks. He's going to give away a couple of his new books called The Italian Kitchen. So give a shout out if you have any questions for Ethan as we go through the show here. You can give a call at 425. Where'd my numbers go? 425-373-5527 if you have any questions for my man Ethan. But we got to cut to the chase, my man. I heard today this guy's got 6 restaurants, and he just flew in town from Los Angeles. Ethan, how do you do it, man? How do you get some balance in life? What's happening?
First off, I've got a great crew. My crew's huge, and they make everything possible for me. We are a highly organized company. And that's in large part to my wife. My wife takes care of all the stuff that I'm terrible at, which is anything organizing.
Oh, it's all good, man. Put it on the wife. Hey, but you guys have time. 6 restaurants. Most people can barely do 40-hour work weeks, man. You got 6 businesses. That's impressive.
40-hour work week happens by about Tuesday or Wednesday. That's easy.
That's easy. It's easy. And Ethan, man, my people out there on the Jopra Show want to have some questions for you. And what I want to know is, man, where did you get the inspiration? Where did it all begin?
Well, it started off, just started off cooking, realizing that, that I really enjoyed the work I was doing. That to me is the biggest thing for anybody. Do what you want, do what you enjoy, have a good time every day at work. And granted, always, not every day is a great day, but it's like if you really enjoy what you do, you're going to want to get up earlier and do stuff. You're going to want to stay active. At first it was cooking, and then it became, running a restaurant and kind of figuring out that puzzle, and then going from there and opening up a couple more places, and then at that point, am I as much of a chef as I'm a restaurateur? Probably not anymore. I'm probably more of a restaurateur than a chef. But everybody kind of grows, and they kind of find out what they want to do, and they kind of enjoy that. So, nice. For me, I've always, no matter how old I was or whatever I did, I always did what I wanted to do. So, for me, that's the biggest piece of advice. Make sure you have fun at work.
There you go. And for those, Ethan's a hometown boy. Grew up down there in Roanoke Park and went to Seattle Prep High School.
That's right.
Old school boy. And I did a little bit of reading. He's got this new book out. It's called Italian Kitchen. And I did little parts of it. And I wanted to know about this guy named Old John. Could you give me a shout out about who's Old John?
Oh, Old John. Old John's a guy. His name's John Pomfret. I guess he's probably 82 now. He's a guy that I met when I was about 16 years old, and he had moved to Seattle in retirement. He actually used to be the general manager of the New York Times, and we just started hanging out and having lunch often. He became friends of my parents, and then he became friends of mine, and we just kind of developed this really good relationship where it wasn't, it was somebody I could go talk to because, when you're 16, 18, 20 years old, you don't necessarily want to go to your parents all the time. I had this, very mature adult figure that I could go and talk to, and he's fun to be with. He's extremely intelligent, and he had a great career. So, having that kind of input at a young age is huge for someone. If you're trying to get on point and trying to, kind of get on task, having somebody who's done it all is really a great person to kind of have available to you.
Right.
So for me, it helped me out quite a bit.
Nice. Old John. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. And Ethan, man, I in regards to, everything, I was down at the baseball game a couple weeks ago to watch the Yanks beat up on Seattle a bit. And, man, I came over to the pen, of course, and there's your little kiosk, man, selling burgers and stuff, a little bit more gourmet style. I mean, how did that all come about? I mean, did they just call you up one day and say, hey, or did you come up with this idea?
No, it was kind of a collaborative effort between, myself and a company called Centerplate, who's a food service partner for the Mariners. Mm-hmm. The guy I became friends with, his name's John Sergi. He's really the heart and soul of that program, and he came with this idea of wanting to change things down there. And I got to we talked a bunch, and I was like, hey, let's start using the muscle of the stadium to start buying local product, right? And buy from the farms that we're actually buying from the restaurants. Right. I mean, it's obviously not the same because it is a 46,000 seat restaurant that serves at sometimes 46,000 people in 4 hours. So it's not going to be the exact same thing, but I mean, if you just take a look at at what it is, you're talking about huge numbers of product being served that's actual quality product to people. Gotcha. I mean, and it's a good product going into fans, and it's the stadium, and the Mariners who in my opinion are leading all of sports with with buying locally now, and having the money that they're generating go back into their community, on a financial level, which to me is huge. Sure. And was that part on you about bringing the whole local thing to the table a little bit? It was John and I talking about saying, hey, if we really want to, if we really want to have a mark with our fans and really, and really connect with our fans, right? Let's start connecting with the community. Sure. And it's been great. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's not, people aren't going to go there and get Ethan Stoll Restaurant food, but they're going to go and get Ethan Stoll Restaurant sensibilities and Ethan Stoll Restaurant product. Right. Which is huge. And I had a great burger. Yeah, it's good. The burger's great. I have it every time I go. I had a good burger. I was like, this is working. This is working for me. And, and there's going to be a chance. I mean, last night in my restaurant, I had Chris Hansen in his group to have a little dinner, Mr. Sonic himself. And him and I talked a little bit about the new arena and how it got passed through the King County. And the one thing, he's talking about, he's getting close. And if the chance came, if the phone call came down the chute from the big poobah himself, Mr. Chris Hansen said to you, hey, let's do an Ethan Stoll Sports Bar. Would that be up your alley? Would you? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me, anything we can do that's a positive influence with our fans and our customers. I'm all for. Okay. If we have the ability to do it, and he calls me up, I'll give you my cell phone right now. Come on, we can make that happen. We can make that happen. I'd love to do it. That'd be great. I mean, you'd have to make chicken wings, and John Howie makes chicken wings. Can we have a chicken wing cook-off then? That's the thing. Oh, absolutely. Because I get to sing about chicken. Yeah. I do. Right, Eric? I have a thing about chicken. I can't help myself.
Nothing wrong with that?
Not at all.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all. In studio today, I forgot to introduce one of my great friends. She's back. We just flew her back in from Detroit because she's a Motor City girl. My girl, Lisa Wallace, is in the house today. Lisa, how you doing, girl?
Good. How you
doing? Good. And Lisa, I got to ask you something. I mean, you've been to a lot of Ethan Stoll restaurants. What is it that gets everybody about Ethan's place? I mean, you go to Anchovy Olives. You've been up to How to Cook a Wolf. I mean, what is it? It's the food. Outside the food, it's great food. We know that. Is there something else more to this?
Atmosphere. Places like being at your own home. The people that are in there, the bartenders are in there.
Right.
Good feeling of being home.
There you go. I mean, because I feel like you build your places to be very homely, have a clean style to it.
Did you just say homely?
Once in a while, I can do that. I got a call in someone just came in. My friend Scooch from Vancouver wanted to ask you a quick question, Ethan. Hold on. What's up, Scooch? How you doing, baby?
Hey, Flo. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. You want to talk to my man, Ethan Stoll?
I do. I would like to get off the Prego spaghetti sauce and start making my own. I'd like to know how I should start doing that.
Nice.
I start doing it. I mean, basically start off with your main sauce. Everybody has to have a good tomato sauce. I mean, for me, our tomato sauce is just olive oil, sliced garlic, sliced onions. Saute down that really slow so it's nice and tender. Add a little bit of salt because when you add salt to onions and garlic, it helps draw out a little bit of moisture so it won't caramelize and blacken. You don't want any of that stuff. And then add quality tomatoes. Either San Marzano or the brand we use is called Alta Cucina. Let that cook for about an hour and a half. Never puree it in a blender. Just kind of pass it through kind of like one of those food mills. And that's a good start. Anything you want to do outside of that, You want to braise off some lamb shanks and mix it through, or
Stop it now.
or
Stop it.
or some lamb shoulder, or just Italian sausage or whatever. You can do that, and then if you want to add a little bit more flavor, add some oregano or marjoram or something along those lines.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
I appreciate the information. Thanks.
No
Thanks
problem.
for calling
No
in,
problem.
Scott.
Take it easy.
And segueing into the sauces and all that, I mean, I was over in Ballard, and I was like walking up and boom, Ballard Pizza, Ethan Stoll. Where'd the pizza come from? Is this, what happened? Pizza and beer? Where'd it come from? Sitting at home one day, you wanted some good slices?
Yeah. I mean, I love pizza.
All right, all right.
Pizza and pasta are probably two things I can eat every day.
Every
and not
day?
get tired of them.
Is this was your true dream? Always have a little pizza joint?
I don't know if it's my true dream.
Right?
It's definitely on my list of things to do. I mean, I like the idea of it because it's it's a really reasonable price point for families to get
Sure.
into. Slices are $3.
Right.
That's pretty good. Bring your kids down and have a couple slices of pizza, and you're gonna be in good shape.
All right, and you guys do late night on the weekends, right?
We do late night, not super late. We were doing 3:00 in the morning for about 3 weeks until I was there myself, because I wanted to see how it goes. And every single Saturday night there was a fight that broke out, and because all the bars let out at 2.
Sure.
And at that point I was like, you know what, a little extra cash isn't worth it.
I got you.
So we're now open on Friday and Saturday, still only till 1.
I got you.
That's pretty late. That's good.
That's a good time.
Yeah, that's great.
Because you know what happens after 1 o'clock? The monsters come out.
Yeah, nothing good
Nothing
happens after
good
1 o'clock
happens.
anywhere.
No,
and I
hear you.
love Ballard. Ballard's chill. It is cool, but I don't know what happens in that 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock hour.
It's that Jameson. You know how that goes.
That's
you know
right.
how that goes. And so I did a little talk to your talk with your PR person, Kirsten Graham, this week, and we were chatting a little bit, and she was sort of giving me some insights to a brand new concept coming up in my old hood, up on 15th on Capitol Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that? What's going on up there?
Sure. Up on 15th and Harrison, there's in the old Tilden gift shop, which a lot of people know, in an old building that's been there. We're really taking the building and kind of remodeling the entire thing. So it's gonna have a nice old building feel to it, but you're gonna come across it's gonna be fully done.
Sure.
There's going to be a restaurant called Rione 13, which is the 13th neighborhood in Rome, which is the Trastevere, just on the other side of the water,
Right.
or the river. And we're going to do a little Roman restaurant. So I mean, in that thing, it's there's a lot of dishes out there that are Roman that people don't know, like carbonara. You'd probably carbonara is a Roman dish,
Right.
And then like bucatini alla matriciana, gricia is a very Italian, is a very Roman Roman pasta sauce. So we're gonna do that, and plus a fair amount of organ meats up there, so it'll be nice.
Organ meats,
yeah,
Cool.
a lot of sweetbreads, oxtails,
Right.
stuff like that.
right?
So I mean that's the plan, but just like all of our other places, we want to just be a cool little neighborhood place that people go hang out in, and they can go enjoy the food because it's pretty good.
Right. If you just joined us, I got Mr. Restaurant himself, Ethan Stolen, here on the Jopra Show at Alternative Talk Radio on 1150 AM. And, we're just asking lots of big questions about his new concept. We're going to go to a break, but before break, something to think about, Ethan, is that I heard that the person next to you, you're sharing this space up here on Capitol Hill, is going to be doing some soul food, and I always thought you were the soul food guy.
I'm a little too white to be doing that good soul food. And actually, she's actually from the South, so that's an authentic. So that's good.
Okay, well, let's go to break here on the Jopra Show with Ethan Stone. Coming up next, we'll talk to him about roasting a big pig here on 1150 AM Alternative Talk Radio.
Further on the edge, hotter the intensity. Highway to the danger zone.
If you love dogs, tune in to The Dog Show with Julie Forbes, live every Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. We'll talk about everything dog and interview authors, experts, and amazing organizations, both locally and nationally. And don't even get me started on the pet food industry. I'm Julie Forbes. Find us online at www.dogradioshow.com and also as a free podcast on iTunes. The Dog Show with Julie Forbes, an evolved perspective on life with dogs.
There's an exciting new astrology hour, Tuesdays at 5 p.m. with Deborah Silverman. Deborah's unique blend of psychology and astrology turns planetary language into plain English. Join us for an interactive hour that's guaranteed to give you personal insights in a fun and entertaining way. Tune in to Deborah Silverman live. Whatever your life question, marriage, job, family, relocation, or just curiosity, call for a live reading Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and visit Deborah's website at deborahsilvermanastrology.com.
My name is Tom Thornton.
And my name is Cindy Thornton. We've been married 38 years. We're retired, and this is how we live united.
We play golf and we travel, but we also decided we were going to give to and volunteer with United Way at our community free health clinic.
I do the nursing at the clinic.
I work the front office, checking in patients, greeting them, making them feel comfortable.
United Way is how we contribute because we know our time and money are going to the right places, the places that need it most and implement it best.
Judging by the thank yous we get at the clinic, I'd say we're doing the right thing with our retirement, too.
We even get a few bless yous. It's incredible.
We're Tom and Cindy Thornton. We volunteer at our community free health clinic, so we don't just wear the shirt.
We live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is Alternative Talk, 1150. Got it? Cool.
Welcome back, folks, to the Jopra Show. Yours truly, Joe Janot, is in the house. And yes, Fat Albert C-130 has just been seen whipping over Lake Washington. And it is It is Blue Angel Thursday. In studio today, if you just joined us, I got the fabulous one, Mr. Ethan Stoll, my lovely Lisa Wallace, and just don't worry, from the boutique world herself, my sugar daddy, or my sugar mama, Vanessa Holberta. How you doing, Vanessa?
I'm doing good.
Good. Welcome. Well, Ethan, we were talking a little bit about your new concept on Capitol Hill, and the new spot next to you called Wandering Goose is going to cook some Southern food.
Yeah, they are.
And I think there's got to be a little bit of a challenge here because I know you like to slow down and cook some pork and a little bit of ribs here and there and stuff like that. I mean,
it'll give me a great spot to go eat, and I'm sure there'll be a couple of probably some dueling roasted pigs in there, and probably working together on a few things too.
Challenge.
I mean, we've got some fun ideas planned where the two restaurants can kind of work together on some stuff,
right,
and kind of just do something for the community. I mean, I know our chef Brandon Kirksey, who's going up there to run that place. He's planning on roasting whole animals about once a week. So yeah,
like Iron Chef hits 15th.
That's right.
Right, the challenge is on. And this is a great segue to talk about your chefs. I mean, I know that you cannot be everywhere every day with all these stores cooking. I mean, how do you make that work though? I mean, to have the chefs to be on the same page, have the same vision. Maybe almost a little bit of the same palate as you.
No, it's definitely a challenge. I mean, for me, I hire and promote and grow and groom a quality character more than anything else.
Right.
I mean, all the other stuff can be learned. I mean, granted, they have to be good cooks, but they really have to be good people. They have to understand what our company is about. Our company is about. I mean, our company is a little bit larger. We're trying to be a little bit larger than what we are.
Sure.
We want to be a company that grows. We want to be a company that kind of changes things in the restaurant industry a little bit. Not what they're saying we're being too progressive, but we want to be a company where people can feel comfortable having kids.
Right.
And having families there. And so we have to. I mean, all that. When you're working at night, 5 days a week, a lot of that's challenging. So we have to figure out how our company is going to grow and get to the point where we want. And having people that are there supportive of us, who understand what we're really trying to do,
right,
is huge. I mean, so we've got guys, that have been with us for years, and they're just awesome guys. I mean, they're guys that not only do I want to work with and hire and promote, I want to go hang out and have beers with them because they're just they're just great individuals.
That's hard to find.
It's really hard. It's really hard, and it doesn't always work out.
Right.
I'll tell you that.
Right. We got a call in from Lisa Cortez coming up, and before we bring Lisa on there here real quick, with all the chefs thing going on, I got this new cookbook in front of me. And it's impressive. It's called The New Italian Kitchen. We're going to talk a little bit about that, but let's go to the phone lines here and talk to Lisa. Lisa, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing?
I'm fantastic.
Good,
Thank
good.
you.
Welcome to the Jopra Show. What's happening?
Well, I wanted an opportunity to speak with Mr. Stoll. He is one of my all-time favorites.
All right, thanks.
I am one of the first in our group of friends that discovered Tavolata and your carbonara there. It's delicious.
All right, good, thanks.
And so as an aspiring want to have my own cooking show, one of the questions that they ask you constantly is, what is your POV or your point of view? So now that you're coming out to all of these different ideas of food, what was the first point of view that you had in order to get what you create translated to the people who come eat your food?
As far as it's a tough question, I'll tell you that. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. I mean, our point of view of how we run the restaurants. Okay, so we started off with really high end fine dining food, right?
Uh-huh.
And in all honesty, I got a little bit burned out on it. And I thought that I was. God's gift to to the restaurant industry.
You are.
I don't know about that. I'm sure not. But so I started off doing high end food in it, but it wasn't really satisfying to me. So we opened Tavolata. Tavolata is the reason why that
I
right there is
love
the reason why.
Tavolata.
Thanks. I mean, Tavolata is great. That was there half hour ago. Picking up books. So the idea about what we did changed in 2007. It went family style because, honestly, I mean, what really mattered to me was having fundamentally solid food and techniques being used, to prepare the food, but also having it be delicious. But, in the fine dining aspect of what we were doing, there was something missing, and it was really the connection from the customers to the food and the customers to the restaurant and the restaurant to the community. So we really wanted to have upscale family style food. I mean, everybody is family style now. I mean, back in 2007, there wasn't that many people doing it, which means in 2006 when we started planning for it, there was hardly anybody doing family style food. Now everybody does it.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea was, like do family style food, and I found out why the reason I was cooking is because when I grew up, we had family style meal every night.
Right.
That's one of the best things. It was one of the best. It was one of the best gifts my family ever gave me. My parents gave me this great gift of having us have dinner every single night, and it was just how my parents worked a lot. And but every night at 6 o'clock there was dinner on the table. It was either a roasted chicken or like a lamb or a pork shoulder that had been braised or whatever it was. It was always there. And it was always enough to feed three very hungry boys in their teens and my parents. And it was the best gift that anybody gave to me. It was just this idea of communal eating and this idea of having food in front of you and having it be good, but it doesn't need to be fancy, and it's soulful because it's a reason. It was the food was the food and dinner because you have to eat was the mandatory thing, but the real thing we gained out of it was just hanging out and talking around a table and having conversation is one of the best things you can do. I mean, just communicating with your family, your friends, your coworkers, your spouse, all these things. The communication is the biggest thing, and one of the best ways to do it is around a dinner table. So, if I had to point out the point of view of what we're going for, it's trying to have people understand that it's not food. And I'll see it's like food's good. I mean, and I've had some of the best times at restaurants where the food wasn't that great. But you know what? I look back at those restaurants and I love those restaurants because it was a great connection for us. Whether it's for my wife, whether it's for my wife and myself or my family or my friends. I mean, I think food's the smallest part in a dinner. I think you going out and having a good time with your friends is the most important thing. And I think that no, I guess that's it. That's my point of view.
And
I'm done.
I would say that your restaurants really cause that. When I go, I have some of the best conversations, and you get to sit, in a space that you see other people in conversations around. So thank you so much.
No problem.
And I want one of those books, please.
I was gonna say, Lisa, can we get you a book out there? I'm gonna have Eric get your information off the air here, and we'll get a book out to you. Okay? Thanks for calling
Could
in.
I have it signed?
I think
of course.
Of course.
Thank you so much, and best wishes. I'll come eat at your new place.
All right, thanks. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you,
Take
Lisa.
care. Bye.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's all about. I mean, it is about
It's about having fun,
It's
man.
about having a good time.
Yeah.
And speaking of fun, I heard that you went to Italy. And got down a little bit. Where'd you go?
Last trip, I've actually been there. I've been there a couple of times this year. One time was we started up this new program in our company where we're taking some of the managers over there.
Oh, nice.
For like a week-long vacation, kind of half research and half
cold beer and pizza,
drinking grappa a lot. So we did that. We went to Rome with a couple of the chefs and our general manager in I think it was March. And that was a great trip. It's highly educational. It's a lot of people. I mean, it's a nice give back to the employees,
right?
And it's fun. Grappa's pretty.
Grappa's
tasty.
good.
Grappa's good.
Did you hit a restaurant out there that was a must? Did you go walk away and wow, that was?
Yeah. There's definitely several.
Mm-hmm.
The one that stuck out with us is actually kind of part of the reason why we have have a pasta company called Lagana. Is there's one that's in Rome called Lagana,
Right.
and we've been there. Angela and I went there a couple of years ago. We went there 3 nights in a row.
Right.
Because it was so good and the staff was so great and it was family style. It was just simple things like, roasted carrots or sliced prosciutto or whatever. But the staff was so nice and the room was so, was so pleasant. And, you're also in Rome and it's cool. But that was one to definitely check out. No doubt about it. And then, we went down to Naples, checked out some pizza places. Those were cool. I'm not sure how much I want to go to Naples again, though.
And Ethan, did the adventure to Italy, is that what caused the new Italian kitchen cookbook to come about? Was it part of it? Or
yeah, I mean, not necessarily these trips, but previous ones as well.
Right.
The idea is just having this blend of Northwest products and
Sure.
and Italian sensibilities.
Right.
I mean, because I got to tell you, go to Italy, but there's not a single cook in Italy that's I guess there are some, but fine dining ones. But there's most of the restaurants that just like sit down. This is what we have. Here you go. Have a good time with it. And
Right.
Here's some hand cut pasta, and it's not a big deal, and it's just always delicious, and it's great. I mean, they just don't take food that seriously. I mean, and in that you end up with a lot of good food because you're
Sure.
not taking it too seriously.
Right. And I think like that. I mean, one thing I realized about your cookbook, and as I went through it, is that, I mean, it's sort of simple. It is sort of fun and educated, and it's very local.
Very local,
Very local.
Not a lot of ingredients
No.
and things. It's very simple things, and yeah, I mean, a lot of it's hyper seasonal. But that's that's how it works out here. I mean, Seattle is a highly educated customer base, and we've got a ton of great products out here.
Right.
And why not be seasonal if it can be?
I like, there's some parts in your book where you sort of take some shots, just little undertones. I like them. I mean,
it was meant to be funny.
The measure of a cook is the soup.
That's one of the things.
Is that it?
Well,
I always thought it was frying the egg.
I haven't heard that one.
All right,
I haven't heard that one, but yeah, I mean, one of the things that I did, one of the things I did learn was that soups are a huge thing growing up in kitchens. Is that because it's an important thing. I think here's an example. Okay, right? Say you got an English pea soup, right? Pureed soup, right? People go on, they saute their onions, add the peas, add the chicken stock or whatever they're using as a liquid base, and they turn it on, and then how long do you cook it?
Right.
Okay. I mean, the thing is, here's the thing: is just because you're pureeing it doesn't mean that the English pea isn't getting overcooked. You're not. I mean, yeah, you are blending it. So I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a little bit soft, but the idea is that you want to cook that soup really fast and cool it down really fast, so you have all that flavor and all those nutrients in there, and you want it to be vibrant green and all that stuff. I mean, it's one of those things about you really get to see what people are thinking in young cooks. If I have somebody if I have a new cook, if I ask them to make a pureed soup, I guarantee you they're going to overcook it. I mean, most of them do, not all of them. The really good ones understand that it's not just about. Hey, it's going to be pureed. What's the difference? It's like, no, well, it's going to be pureed. Do you want to overcook pea or you want to properly cooked pea?
Right.
I mean, I know it's going to be pureed, but that doesn't matter.
So when you come over to the Jopra house, I may not cook soup. I mean, I may have to just.
Well, you're
I may have to
soup now.
outsource. I'm gonna have to outsource. Well, I got the book.
I just gave you the.
You gave me the low star. Don't overcook the peas.
Don't overcook the soup.
And I love that. And one part about the book that you went big on a little bit was talking about starches, about gnocchi, polenta, and risotto. And I loved that whole thing. Do you feel like that's a very big Northwest thing? I mean, is it coming or going? Is it just the beginning of it?
I think it's just the beginning of it. I think people are. I think it's not necessarily a hugely Northwest thing. That'd be kind of. I mean, when I talk about it's Northwest products with Italian sensibilities and Italian cooking styles. So in that situation, there's the pasta's obviously Italian, and we make all our own in house. So that product comes from the Northwest, but. It's like it's a combination. Is like one of the dishes in there is pasta with Tauten Virginica oysters.
Sure.
So Tauten Virginica oyster is a great oyster here. It's just simply just sauteing a little bit of oyster, adding a little touch of cream to it, and then tossing your pasta around it. So it's a very Northwest dish because you're dealing with all Northwest products, and then you're taking this this idea of which in my opinion is my favorite. It's my favorite medium to work on is pasta because, I mean, it's like you ask any of the guys in the kitchen, it's the only station I work anymore is pasta station. That's the only one I like to work anymore. I mean, I love it. I love cooking pasta because so many people out there, it's the station that people are like, it's just pasta. And I'm like, no, pasta can be so awesome. And if the person cooking the pasta, working the pasta station in a restaurant really cares about it, it's going to be the best thing they have that night. So
Right.
that's like it's literally like the only station I work anymore is pasta station.
You hear that out there, everybody? Get in the pasta station. Make it
Yeah.
the best, right?
So if you see me working,
Get down on
you
pasta.
should order some pasta.
Order pasta for sure.
But expect it to be a little bit slower than normal because I'm getting a little older. So
Here we
I'm not
go.
as fast as a cook as I used to be.
Here we go.
But I'm better.
Let's talk about what's going on in a little bit of pulp culture in Seattle and what's happening around the streets. Is top chefs in town?
It was in town.
They're in town. They just pulled away.
Yeah, they just pulled away.
And Chef Tom was in the restaurant yapping a little bit, talking to me about what's going on. Let me ask you a question. If the phone call came, would you go on one of those Master Chef competitions?
They did ask me. They're actually filming this year in October, and we have a child due.
Ah,
So I
I
told
respect
him-
that. Congratulations.
Thank you. So I told him I couldn't do it.
And you know, would you win? Could you just go out there and kick some?
Yeah, of course I'd win.
All right, Seattle on the balance.
Why are you going to ask me
Come
that?
on, I just want to know if you're going
Why
to
do
get
you
that.
ask me?
Come on. Could you just go out there and shatter him?
We're both from Capitol Hill, dude.
Oh, man, Hilder's in the house.
You'd win.
Oh, I would. That's it. And you know, Ethan, I know you go out to eat once in a while with the wife. You get some date nights. I mean, where you go eat, man? Give me my listeners a couple spots that Ethan Stoll sneaks in and sits in the corner and puts his baseball cap on and eats a little dinner.
Yeah, a lot of it's at home. I'll admit that.
All right.
You know, we spend some time at restaurants. We want to chill out at home.
Sure.
You know, I mean, and honestly, we go to places where we're probably not going to run into anybody.
Okay.
We like to go to places where we can, you know, our lives are, you know, we've got 125 employees that are calling us all the time,
Sure.
or texting us or emailing us, and I mean, which is fine. We're happy to do it, but when we have time together, we want to go somewhere where nobody's going to. You know, we're not going to talk to anybody.
Sure.
Know? So if we're doing that, so we go to, we go to Cafe Lago a fair amount. We go to Greenleaf a fair amount. Seven Stars Peppers a fair amount.
Right.
You know, I mean, and also it's one of the things. You know, the more I'm in the industry, the more I just kind of want simple food.
No, I wouldn't. So I'll see you
up
up at Dick's Drive-In then, right?
You see me
On
at Dick's
Broadway?
Drive-In. I got like 3 different Dick's shirts, and I wear them all the time. And it is the best burger in town.
Right. It is the best burger.
And even if I did open, I've got the burger down at Stadium, and I'll admit, from nostalgia perspective, Dick's is. I'll say that's the winner.
Okay.
Just because it's just I grew up eating Dick's burgers, man.
Right.
You gotta eat Dick's burgers. That's what it is.
Is it the fries or is it the shake?
It's the vanilla shake, dude.
All right.
It's
Okay.
the vanilla shake.
It's okay. If you're just joining us, Ethan Stoll's in the house today here on the Jopra Show. And if you want to give a shout out, give a call in and show some love, we may even kick you out of Ethan Stoll New Italian Cookbook. Give a shot. 425-373-5527. The lines are open. Ethan, last question here before we go to break. I sort of dug on you a little bit outside about some things, but I have a fried chicken issue.
Yep.
And, I've had Louis Rudd from Ezel's on. Mm-hmm. I've had Miles James talk about him making some fried chicken.
Miles makes fried chicken?
I've talked to him about it, but we're talking about doing a big pig roast, me and Miles.
Oh,
big
okay,
pig
that's
roast.
good.
But, rumors have it. But Little Bird was telling me that maybe there could be a fast food joint coming down the street doing fried chicken by Ethan Stoll. Is that true?
It is true. It is true. I mean, I guess here's for all the landlords out there. If you guys want us to open a restaurant in your building, somebody call us up and tell us where the perfect location is. We're looking at a bunch of spaces for it.
Okay.
We haven't found the exact space we'd like. I mean, fried chicken for us is a very particular size space. It has to be. And for me, I'm looking for areas around parks because our theme for the fried chicken, which by the way is my favorite name of all of our restaurants.
Sure.
We already have it licensed. What it will be called is called Dynamite Chicken.
Dynamite Chicken,
which is one of Richard Pryor's first movies.
Right.
Yeah, and so we want it to be close proximity to a park.
Okay.
Ideally gasworks.
Okay.
So something so that we can, because our plan is to have it be kind of picnic based a little bit, so you can set up a little picnic basket of fried chicken. So
I like it, man.
We're just looking for the space. We have the idea. It's actually the only concept I've ever worked with where I had the concept fully dialed in before we opened up.
That's not a bad
so
thing.
That's good.
You right next door to Molly Moon's would be a bad thing either.
That'd be cool.
Right.
Yep.
Here on the Jopra Show, Ethan Stoll's in the house with us, and I tell you this, Ethan. I know there's a lot of things going on, and I really appreciate taking the time to come and yap at us a little bit.
Happy
but
to.
we're going to go to break here. But before we go, we're going to come up next with my girl Vanessa from Pink's The Beauty, the boutique up on Lower Queen Anne, and she is going to do some sugaring on Ethan and I
That's right.
here in the next few minutes. We're going to go to break at the Jopra Show here on 1150 AM Alternative Talk Radio.
My name is John Ellsworth, and I lost my son, Lance Corporal Justin Ellsworth, in Iraq 8 years ago. I'm here to tell you about the National Gold Star Family Registry, a unique virtual memorial to honor America's heroes. The registry preserves the memory of my son and the 500,000 American heroes who have lost their lives in battle since World War II. You can help preserve the memories of these heroes. Text registry to 85944 now.
A public service message from Military Families United. Find out more by logging on to goldstarfamilyregistry.com.
For home repair, remodel, and construction advice, ideas, and useful stories every Saturday from 10 till 11 a.m., tune in to Constructing Whatever. With over 40 years of combined experience, hosts Tim and Lynn talk about whatever, from important need-to-know topics to fielding your questions about the latest industry news. It's Constructing Whatever every Saturday morning right here on Alternative Talk 1150.
Tim and Lynn are back in the saddle again this week, taking your calls and talking home improvement projects. Tune in and join the conversation Saturday at 10 a.m.
Do you have legal questions? Need to know where to turn?
Hi, this is Rick Gregorick, your host of Northwest Legal Compass.
Northwest Legal Compass will address your questions on a variety of legal topics, including estate planning, asset protection, real estate and business planning, and more. The legal and accounting staff of Gregorick and Associates are dedicated to providing you with superior legal and tax services. Their integrated counsel is geared to the achievement of your goals.
Visit us on the web at rjglegal.com.
Be sure and tune in every Friday at noon here on Alternative Talk 1150.
Real people, real life, real radio. Really. Alternative Talk 1150.
Well, welcome back to the Jopra Show on 1150 KKNW, and I'm getting sugared. And it hurts. God bless us. No, pain is good. With me in studio today is a good friend of mine, Vanessa from Pink's Beauty Boutique on Lower Queen Anne, and she specializes in doing eyelash extensions and sugaring. Now, I walked up on this store, and I had no idea what was going on, but it's a great, beautiful little store on Lower Queen Anne, down on the same block as Toulouse Petite and Pesos, and they do sugaring, which is another form of waxing. And as we speak right now, I'm getting sugared. And it's just sort of a form of a sticking mode. Vanessa, tell me a little bit what you're doing here.
So sugar is, the paste is made with sugar, lemon, and water, so it's all natural, and I'm just rubbing the sugar into Joe's pores and getting it really deep in there, wrapping it around the hair, and taking it off quite fast.
It is fast.
It is fast. But, you know, I mean, and the sugar is, it's like the new hot thing. I mean, Lisa, do you sugar more than wax?
I used to, but I got laser hair removal.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah. So I used to get sugared. Yeah, but.
Nice. And Vanessa, tell me a little bit about the store. You guys just opened up. It's down Lower Queen. Now, what made you, is this something you went to school for a little while, or where did this all come about?
Yeah, so I went to school in Houston in 2006 at a Veda Institute because I fell in love with eyelash extensions. And then I just became fascinated with sugaring and chemical pills and medical grade facials. And I decided I wanted to just do this forever. And I opened up a little boutique where we do all of it and offer some retail, some clothing, jewelry, and some fun little gifts for everyone.
Nice, nice. And Vanessa, tell me the address of your location.
We are on Queen Anne Avenue, 623. We're a couple doors down from Pesos in Toulouse.
Excellent, excellent. And folks, I'm telling you right now, this isn't too bad. I mean, I'm just sort of getting sticked up and then removed left and right. What do you think, Ethan?
I just want you to put your pants back on.
Folks, this is
I want to know when that's going to happen.
This is a special moment here. You know, the Blue Angels are flying Fat Alberts and roaring effect.
I'm joking. They're sugaring his arm. It's his arm.
Fat Alberts and roaring effect here. And then tell me, Vanessa, a little bit about, I heard today you wanted to give away a little freebie. So if you guys call in, talk to Vanessa. She's got a couple gift certificates here on the Jopra Show. You can reach us at 425-373-5527. And she'd love to have a couple giveaways. And tell me a little bit about the eyelash extensions. Are really people, the ladies out there getting eyelash extensions? Is it a big thing? Or
Yeah, it's huge. Everyone loves eyelash extensions. Mm-hmm. They're synthetic, and they go one on each of your lashes.
Right.
So you wake up with beautiful lashes, can get them wet, don't have to worry about mascara. It's pretty incredible.
Nice, nice. And so you guys are open, what, 6 days a week down there? What, 4?
We are Tuesday through Sundays. That hurt. Sorry.
Pain
Tuesday
is good.
through Sunday.
Pain is good. Pain is good. I mean, Ethan, you're up next, man. You're up next.
I'm next.
I know. I got the right side almost done here, and then we're going to move forward on you. And then,
Good.
Vanessa, tell me a little bit. Is it predominantly a lot of women
Your
coming to your store?
excitement.
Or, I mean, a lot of men come and get sugared? What?
Both.
Yeah?
Yeah, women and men. I bet. I would say like 25% of our clients are men for sugaring.
Oh, wow.
And I do.
What are they getting sugared?
Well,
upper part, lower part,
a little bit of both.
go?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Right.
So
And-
backs, chest,
Uh-huh.
shoulders, and then some intimate areas as well.
Okay. And,
Yeah.
and you know, how does that go? I mean, are you like a doctor, drop trowel, cough? I mean, what?
I don't know. I don't really want to talk about
All
it
right,
on
got it,
air.
got it,
Yeah,
got it.
it's private.
Got it. I mean,
the hair comes out.
the hair comes out. I mean, good. I mean, Vanessa, I feel, like we're close here right now. We're just becoming better friends than ever.
Yeah.
And then, Vanessa, tell me, how long is the process? If I go in to get sugar, say I'm going to go get my back done, what would the customer be looking time-wise?
Depends on
How much hair you got? All right, see, if Ethan was down there, what, a half an hour? And, what is it, the price range? Is it expensive to do? Can you get a full-body wax, a part? Is it broken up into parts?
Broken up in parts, and sugaring can be expensive, but Pink's offers it at a lower price point because we just want to keep our services affordable.
Right. Nice.
So he's Joe's going in to get his legs waxed.
Okay.
He's a 6'3"?
Yeah.
6'3" man. How long does it take?
It'd probably take me about 45 minutes.
That's not bad.
No.
Yeah, and we'd be really good friends afterwards.
Right. Can I have a drink while I'm doing this? Because I think probably I need to have a couple margaritas before I get rolling, right?
Well, there's an awesome bar, Pesos and Toulouse is right down the street.
Okay.
So, yeah, go grab a margarita and then
See,
come in. And
I got to think, Ethan, you and I need to have a few margaritas before we get down that far. Right, Sam? And then, Vanessa, tell me, is with Pink underway, can customers come in and get gift certificates or anything like that for friends?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. No, I like that. The sugaring's very unique. Now, where did sugaring start? I mean, I don't think someone just sort of woke up one day and goes, hey, here's some sugaring. I mean, did it begin back east? Is it a European thing? Is it from Japan? What?
I actually don't really know where it came from, but I know it's been around for a while.
Dang.
Yeah, and I think it's perfect for Seattle. I'm kind of a hippie at heart, and I like things that are all natural.
Okay.
And it's just made with sugar, lemon, and water. So nothing bad in it at all, and your hair just comes out.
Now, I got a question. Now, so say you have an immensely hairy back like I do, right?
Okay.
Right? So can I get my name yanked out?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that'd be great for a Seafair. So I have some open appointments after the show if you want to come by, and we can do that so you're boat ready.
If you're trying to find Pinks, you can go on Facebook. They have a Facebook page of Pink. They also have, you can Google them or give me the phone number that they can call.
206-402-6310.
See, and I think Ethan and I will be back down there just to get our backs done up next, right, Ethan?
That's right.
Take a little break. We could.
I'm looking at this sugar. The sugar was nice and caramel color when he got started. And he got a lot of black hair there now.
Well, I mean, I
Definitely.
had a lot of hair in my arm.
You did, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this. The process isn't bad. I mean, Lisa, I don't know why you got the laser. I think you should go and do this thing, every couple months.
How long is it between each sugaring?
Depends on how fast your hair grows, but about 5 weeks.
Now, is it way better than shaving? Because shaving makes it grow back thicker.
Right, and then your hair is really coarse and you have little spikies. With this, you're removing it from the pore, so
great.
you don't have any hair growth for about 5 weeks.
Oh,
Awesome.
whoa.
Wow, that's cool.
See? You should do the back.
That's right. I should do the back.
Ethan, take off your shirt. Let's get to work.
I don't think she brought enough sugar, man.
She's got a big jar over there.
We got 11 minutes.
So, I say this. So then, is sugar going to be the new thing then? I mean, are there going to be more sugar in stores, or is Pink looking to open up more stores down the road? Because, this is sort of a cool, I've never done this before. This is a cool technique. It's fast, it's quick, it's not much pain, just a little
baby
grit.
butt soft.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, we'd want to open up other stores.
Right next to a fried chicken joint, maybe?
Yeah, exactly.
Picnic.
We love Queen Anne, so
Take a
for now,
picnic.
that's our home.
Nice. And so then, Vanessa, what, outside of eyelashes and then of sugaring, is there any other sort of boutique-ish stuff that you guys do body-wise? If people come in, can they get facials or can they get any manicures or anything like that?
So we don't offer manicures, but we do facials, chemical pills. We do airbrush tanning, which is awesome for the summertime.
No, I was thinking about going and getting a little.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need.
Darken up.
When my wife and I got married, right? She went and got the airbrush tan for the wedding. Got to look good for the photos, right? And we stayed at a place. We got married up at Whidbey Island. We stayed at the Inn at Langley. And we had a hot tub in our room. And after the marriage, it was white. And then we got in the hot tub and hung out and had some champagne. We got out, and she was very pale, and the hot tub was bright orange.
It had the ring like a bathtub.
It was a ring. The whole thing was stained. It was awesome.
And how long does that whole spray tan? Does it really work? I mean,
it works.
How long does it stay on,
It
though?
looks really natural.
I would say about 5 to 7 days. Depends on how much you exfoliate.
All right.
Yeah.
But not waterproof, apparently.
Not waterproof
Well,
at all.
it is waterproof.
It is waterproof. That was on like the 5th day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she got it done earlier in the week, so it did great.
You know, Ethan, you're up next here. Don't be thinking you're going to try to skip out here. Time for you to get a little cringing.
Now, if you've got diabetes, can you do this as well?
It doesn't absorb that deep.
We're good to know. You don't have to stand by with insulin ready to go.
Start getting beat up. Take it like that. And then, then Vanessa, also, is this sugaring going to be, is it bigger like during the spring and summer when people are wearing less clothing? Or is it something that people do a lot of during the wintertime? I mean, is Ethan and I going to be coming down during the winter and sort of sugaring up?
Well, I maintain my Brazilians all throughout the year. Doesn't matter. And, I know my husband gets his back sugared by me all the time. Doesn't matter if he's going out on the boat or whatnot. So, yeah, I think it's a thing you should do all the time to take care of yourself.
Nice. And I got to tell you, folks, those who can't see, I have a beautiful arm. I mean, my arm is clean as a baby's bottom.
Very smooth.
It looks good, doesn't it? I feel good. This is a first of many sugars. I'm going to be down there next week, get my legs done. Ethan and I are going to come in and do our backs.
That's right.
Have a couple margaritas. And
do
take
your chest, maybe?
Yeah, I definitely can do a chest.
That's the only thing I have that's kind of manly is my chest.
Right, and then I'll talk to her husband.
I'll do something cool, like a big spiky point.
This is a big arrow right down.
Right.
Oh, yeah, all the way down. The treasure tail's going to be really...
If you just joined us, we've gone sugar high around the radio station here on the Jopra Show. We got Vanessa from Pink's Beauty Boutique doing a little sugaring on my arm, and it feels quite good. I don't know if you've ever done this. I would definitely look it up. They're based out of Lower Queen Anne. They got a small little boutique there, a couple doors down from Pesos and Toulouse Petite, and definitely go check it out. They do a great job. It's pretty fast, pretty efficient. It's painless. It's just a little cringe here and there, and that's all it is. And she does a really nice job. I'm very impressed. I've never had this done.
You have a nice forearm.
I have a beautiful arm. Thank you so much.
Now we can see it.
Yeah?
Now we can see it.
Here we go again. We're going to go right to break here after this at the Jopra Show, and we'll come back. Thank you for checking with us at 1150 KKNW.
Sugar, oh honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you, honey.
Conversations Live with Vicki St. Clair discusses issues that are important to you, like good health and well-being, finding a new job and building your business, overcoming life's big challenges and making sense out of chaos, and living with passion and joy. Join us Mondays at noon Pacific for Conversations Live with Vicki St. Clair. See conversationslive.net for show schedule and guest information.
If you had to make a list right now of all the things you'd like to see in your lifetime, what would they be? Let me get you started. The Grand Canyon, early morning, the sun pushing up over the horizon, and those long shadows dropping over that mile-deep gorge. Or a Vermont country road when the leaves are changing. Or maybe your list is closer to home. Seeing your kids happily married, the grandkids running around the yard. Now imagine you can only see half of that scene. The vision closes in like a tunnel, or a cloud sits right in the middle of your sight and refuses to move. That's what it looks like when you have glaucoma or macular degeneration. But there is something you can do about it for yourself and the people you love. Call 1-800-437-2423 or log on to seeabettertomorrow.org and find out about preserving your vision. Again, that's 1-800-437-2423 because seeing a better tomorrow might be as simple as getting the right eye exam today.
Outside the box, outside the norm, inside your radio. Alternative Talk 1150.
Well, welcome back to the Jopra Show, folks. Joe Janone in studio, and if you've just joined us to the run here, I've been
Don't yank it too hard.
I just got done getting sugared, and from Pink's Beauty Boutique on Lower Queen Anne. Vanessa's in the house today, sugaring us up. Me and Ethan Stoll.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. It's not my show, so I have no reason to lie to anybody.
Mhm.
Here, okay, you ready? Go for it.
Go ahead.
It doesn't hurt at all.
Okay, good.
Doesn't hurt at all.
It's just a sting. You know, while Vanessa's finishing up
sting.
here.
I don't know what you got going on.
You know, I had to give I had to give a couple shots out to
Thicker, coarser hair.
a few current stories. That little sad news is that JP passed away. For all those people who knew JP Patches like I did and Ethan did, sad to see him go. So rest in peace out there, JP. I grew up with the guy. I used to get up every morning and see him bust through the basement door and get things rolling. Did you was JP around when you were little?
He was. I was me growing up. I wasn't a JP Patches huge everyday goer, but you certainly know about it. Yeah.
All right, you're more Super Friends and Spider-Man.
Absolutely.
You know, Incredible Hulk. And you didn't have JP Patches in Detroit City.
Bozo the Clown and Cookie.
And Hockey Town, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, it's sort of sad news. How's your arm looking?
It's smooth. It doesn't hurt a bit.
Right now, Mr. Restaurant himself, Ethan Stoll's getting sugared and doing his arm, and it's not a bad project. I like it.
That's good.
Vanessa, I have to say, I'm very impressed. I had no idea that sugaring could be this cool. I'm going to go get more done. And maybe I'll even bring my better half with me, and we can make that happen. If you want to give a call and say hello to Vanessa real quick, she got some gift certificates to give away at 425-373-5527. We got a few minutes left here in the Jopra Show. And, and Vanessa, let me ask you a couple questions while you're here just hanging out with us and talking to us about Seattle and a little bit of culture. I like the sugar thing, and I think it's going to go. I mean, could we have like a party down at Pink's and have a big sugar party? I mean, could the Jopra Show go live with my main man, Eric Ryder, and come on in and do a show there?
Well, yes, maybe we'd have to plan it a little bit, and some of the sugaring process is a little private, so I don't know how.
We're all family here. I mean,
how a microphone would work during
This
that.
would be an adult-only party here.
It's all open here. I mean, Eric has seen it all today.
Sure.
Thank God Lisa's family. We have nothing to hide from each other, right, Lisa?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that this is a fun thing. We'll definitely have to look into coming to the boutique and bring Ethan and his wife and have a sugar party.
I'm gonna do some crunches first, okay?
You're gonna do some crunches?
crunches.
Do little crunches? Could you bring some chicken?
I can.
Because that keeps Jopra happy. Keeps Jopra happy. And more, I think also about it, Vanessa, is it something that people do on their feet? I was just thinking about this.
Oh,
Can I
yes.
get my feet sugared?
Oh, yes.
Like the
toes.
tops?
Toes,
yeah.
yes. There's
Yeah,
some hairy toes out there.
fingers. Absolutely.
There's some hairy toes out there.
Absolutely.
Something we didn't know about you. Okay.
Well, why not? It feels
Do you do
good.
the nose?
Not inside of the nose, but on the outside. And we do ears because some men grow hair on
In
the
the ears?
outside. A little bit in the inside. You can't go too deep with the sugar.
I think I just figured out your blues name there, Jopra.
What's that?
Sweet Toe Joe.
Sweet Toe Joe.
After you get the toe sugar.
Man, I'm telling you, this is awesome. I can't wait to just sit down and get sugared up. I mean, can you dip me in a whole sugar machine? I mean, can I just go all in?
That's not very sanitary.
Okay.
So no, I don't want to do that.
That's just not fair. I just want to do it all once. So I think this. I mean, the sugar thing, I can see it's rolling. I think that for all the listeners out there, you got to go to Pink's, check it out. It's cool. I mean, I've never done that, waxing, none of that. And this is it's fun. Don't you think? I mean,
Yeah.
you got a little strip taken off.
Yeah,
You got like a little mohawk in your arm.
It's very, very smooth. It feels nice.
Yeah, no, she does a nice job. I've been impressed. Eric, when you're done here, I think we got to sugar you up a little bit because, you can go back down to T-Town and show the missus how you're looking, how you feeling. And, since
My
Lisa...
imaginary missus.
And since Lisa, she's
care of your
lasered.
toes.
Lisa's been lasered to death. We don't have to worry about her at all. She's cleaned up for the rest of her life. So I tell you, Vanessa, great stuff. Thank you very much for doing this today and coming on the show here on the Jopra Show. Thank you very much. So, folks, coming down the stretch here, in closing, a lot of great things today we learned. We found out that with a little fun, a little drive, you can build a big corporation in the food world. And we're blessed to have Ethan Stoll from Ethan Stoll Restaurants coming today and talk a lot about his passion, about his soul, and about the family, and about having fun cooking. And we're blessed to see a wonderful cookbook that he's launched, the New Italian Cookbook. And then we go on the far side of the city and we find this little store, little boutique, with a little young lady named Vanessa, just sort of doing a little thing with sugar. A healthy and vibrant way of taking hair off the body. And we're very blessed to be prominent with Vanessa from Pink's. At the Jopra Show this weekend, it's Seafair. I want you guys to stay safe. Don't go too far to the side. If your mom was worried about it, don't do it. Blue Angels going to be going on all weekend, so watch out for traffic. I will be down on the shores of Lake Washington on Sunday, checking out the scene. So if you do see me, give a shout out. Tell me what you want to talk about and come on the Jopra Show. This is Joe Janot on the Jopra Show. Thank you, Eric Ryder, and thank you all my guests for coming. Lisa, peace and love to you, love. This is the Jopra Show signing off. Have a good day.